So, from now on, you're under new management. You will work for me, and in return, you'll receive an allowance.
Allowance?
Yes, allowance. As in, I'm allowing you to keep 10%, and I'm allowing you to keep drawing breath on this earth. Now, you either get down, or you lay down. What's it gonna be, sunshine?
Look, fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck those socks with the bell on it, fuck your gay-ass fairy faggot accent, fuck them cheap-ass cigars, fuck your yuck-mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
What's happening, guys? Supernova here, back with another video. This one shouldn't be too long, because there's really not a whole lot to say about this topic.
Well, then I gotta say that was a banger and a real fire intro right there, Supernova Gaming. You know, straight from the boondocks right there. That was a nice little intro that you did right there. Anyway, what's going on, guys? This is Iceman Quay here once again, bringing you another video about pony salt. Sony ponies are at it once again, and this time we're taking a look at probably the biggest of them all, Supernova Gaming. You know, the same guy who tried to expose Griffin in his once little video that he did, where he completely tried to expose Griffin and fucking failed at it like the moron that he is. And today we're going to be taking a look at another video of his talking about why porting games over from PlayStation to PC is a terrible idea. Okay, and to him, apparently, you know, only those who buy PlayStation consoles like him should be entitled to be playing PlayStation games, and that PC players are fucking losers. You know, to him, he says fuck them all for trying to ask for PlayStation games. So if you guys are down for that, you ready for that, let's get into this.
Now, this topic is actually a couple days old, but I wanted to make a video about something, and I wasn't going to make another video about Frosk, because everybody's making those videos now, and I already made mine. I do want to say, though, that I saw a video of this bitch legit saying that she is the Brad Pitt of lesbians. That's what she said. She is the Brad Pitt of lesbians. So on top of being batshit crazy and clearly not knowing anything about games, she's also quite delusional. And honestly, a liability at this point for G4. They really should just drop her. But anyway, back to what this video is about. So a couple days ago, PC players finally got their hands on the greatness that is God of War 2018. And ever since then, we've been seeing articles about PlayStation devs pushing to have their games released on PC, and then articles like this one where this guy is trying to make the case for why every PlayStation game should now release day and date on PC.
And inside you're like, fucking no!
I don't see a single issue with that. Like, what? More games from PlayStation should come to PC, because, like, why the fuck not? Obviously, because PC players want to experience some of the classics that, you know, Sony has, like fucking Bloodborne. You know, we got God of War on PC now. Hell, Uncharted. I personally am a fan of the Uncharted series and fucking God of War. And I like all the Souls games too. Then you got Horizon Zero Dawn will soon be coming to PC as well. I don't see the issue with this. Not only will it allow more people to play their games, but it'll also net Sony more fucking money. So, like, it's a win-win situation. But no, instead you fanboys want to fucking sit here and act like my exclusives, my gaming, my PlayStation. It'd be like, oh no, we don't want anyone else to experience these games. You know, we just want to hog them to ourselves, which I don't see why the hell you want to worship a piece of plastic so fucking much that you just want all PlayStation games to just stay on their platforms. It's really stupid. We already got Sony not even pushing for fucking emulation or backwards compatibility, really, so people can play older PlayStation games, and now you dumbasses want to do things like this.
Now, let me be clear about something. As a PlayStation owner and someone who's owned every generation of PlayStation, including the PS5, I have zero problems with PlayStation games going to PC.
So then what the hell was the point of you making this video then? if you have zero problems with it, you wouldn't fucking make this video, sit here complaining about how PlayStation games shouldn't come to PC anymore, or you wouldn't have made that dumbass intro right there from the Boondocks about talking about somehow, oh, well, fuck the fact that you PC beggars want all these PlayStation games to come to PC so you can play on them. Ha ha.
However, I'm only okay with it when those games have been on the PlayStation platform exclusively for at least a couple of years. For example, God of War. God of War is just now coming to PC. It is 2022. That game released back in 2018. That's 4 years. If games that are 4 years old want to release on PC, I don't have a problem with that. If games that are 2-3 years old want to release on PC, I have no problem with that. Do I like it? Not really, because I believe that PlayStation exclusives should be only on PlayStation platforms. However, I understand business, and if games want to go to PC 2, 3, 4 years after they were released exclusively for a PlayStation console, I don't have a problem with that.
You serious?
What? So let me get this straight. PlayStation games can only come to PC if they've been on PlayStation for about a year or more. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why not just drop them on PlayStation and PC at the same time? It's not like everyone who freaking owns a PlayStation is just gonna go out and get some fucking 3090 rig or some shit like that just so they could freaking experience God of War with ray tracing. You know, I mean, like, if it drops on PC and PlayStation at the same time, that's a good thing, because PC players, you know, those who don't like playing on consoles or don't have one at the moment, can just go ahead and freaking buy it on Steam and stuff, and those who own a PlayStation can still play the fucking game. This doesn't make any sense at all to me. What?
That being said, releasing a PlayStation game day and date on PC and PlayStation console? No, sir, you can go fuck yourself. Why? Because that's pretty much what they're telling me.
So you don't have a problem with PlayStation games coming to PC if it's about 4 or so years down the fucking line. But you said you don't like it. But also at the same time, you think all PlayStation games should just stay exclusive. This doesn't make any single sense to me. This is limiting PlayStation. This is limiting Sony's fucking market and money, because if you put it on PC and PlayStation at the same time, more people can play the game. Not only that, Sony will make more money. So yes, it's about business, but it's also more about getting more players into their game instead of just limiting it to just one fucking platform. This doesn't make any sense at all. This right here is... Oh my god, dude. You can't get any worse than this Candy Supernova. Jesus Lord, dude. Sony is literally in a win-win situation if they do this. I don't see the single issue with it, but you fanboys do. Are you serious right now?
I just invested $500 in a next-generation console called the PlayStation 5. I handed PlayStation $500 in order to get their next-generation console to experience the next generation of their games. And they're going to go ahead and make those games for the PC guys at the same time. Those PC guys didn't pay them money for these games. I paid them money. I paid the $500 for a PS5 to play next generation PlayStation games. Why the fuck should PC guys get those games at the same time that I do? Why? Because if they do, then what reason was there for me to hand them my $500? They owe the PC guys nothing. They owe me. I'm the one that gave them money. I'm the one that bought their console.
Okay, let's get one thing straight here. Sony doesn't owe any of you or any of us any fucking thing. We're the consumers. You telling me that them, the ones that make the product, owe us, even though we are the consumer? What? So we buy their PlayStation and they owe us games. You do You do realize how dumb this sounds, right? Supernova, you do realize this, right? You realize that Sony can just do any other thing besides probably make fucking... Sony doesn't owe you anything, okay? Alright, and we don't owe Sony anything either. It doesn't go either way, okay? We just buy their products and they give us a reason to buy it, okay? But they don't like fucking owe us nothing, alright? This is literally entitlement right here. These Sony fanboys really think that these companies owe them something. A piece of plastic is worshipped so much to them that they feel like they've been owed stuff. What?
They owe me games. The PC guys aren't owned fuck all. So to even have a conversation about releasing games day and date on PS5 and PC, to me, is absolutely fucking ludicrous, and honestly, a big middle finger to me as a PlayStation fan and user. Because like I said, I'm investing money into their ecosystem, I'm investing money into their products, into their hardware, only for them to go ahead and make games for guys over there who don't deserve shit from them.
How can you just make an assumption like that PC players aren't owed like shit? How are they not owed anything? Like, what are you talking about? Are you telling me that... Oh my lord, my head is over here dying trying to just process everything he just said. So you're telling me because you bought their console, okay, for them to sit there and release their games on PlayStation and PC is like a middle finger to you because more people get to play their game? What? So because more people get to play their game and you and all the other little idiots who bought a PlayStation can't enjoy it by yourself, which is fucking entitlement, that's a middle finger to you. Okay, I just wanted to get that straight, Supernova. I just wanted to make sure that is exactly how you're saying it. So you can't go back on your word now. It's all there for everyone to hear and enjoy. How stupid you sound. So,
I'm the one giving them money. I'm the one buying these games. I'm the one who's bought these games in the past. Not those fuckers. So, again, this idea of having these games day and date to me is ridiculous. It really is. And I know some people out there going to be like, yo, Supernova, that's a little bit selfish. What about them? What about the PC guys? Why can't they get the games too? Because for me, to me, they're the equivalent of Gaspar Gomez and the Diaz brothers. And you know what, Tony? Tony, go ahead and tell the ladies and gentlemen what we think about Gaspar Gomez and the Diaz brothers.
Fuck Gaspar Gomez and fuck the fucking Diaz brothers! Fuck them all! I buried those cockroaches!
Thanks, Tony. Yes, fuck them.
So, PC players don't deserve anything. They don't deserve PlayStation games at all. Because they didn't buy the fucking PlayStation 5. Let's make sure we're on the same page here, Supernova, about what you're saying. But you spending $500 for this console makes you feel so entitled that Sony owes you games. But they don't owe PC players anything, so they shouldn't give PC players games from their platform. Even though this literally harms no one. It's literally just putting more games into more people's hands. Okay? This is a win-win situation. Like, no one is losing out on this. But apparently, you fucking are. Because you feel like only you deserve to play PlayStation games. I'm literally speechless. I have nothing else to say. This right here, this is what happens when you worship a piece of plastic so much that it lives rent-free in your head. You start to develop these retarded delusions of grandeur and selfish entitlement, people. Don't fall into the depths of despair like this. Don't be a PlayStation fanboy.
Bottom line, fuck them. Now, I understand the thought process or mentality of, oh, well, that's additional revenue that PlayStation Studios can, generate in order to put into their next game.
Because it is. No one is losing out on this deal. Literally, more people can play games, and Sony nets more money from this situation. No one is losing out on this, so what is the issue?
Totally understand that, and I'm fine with that. But again, for me, this needs to be years after the game released exclusively for a PlayStation platform. Like, for example, Horizon Forbidden West. If Horizon Forbidden West releases exclusively on PS4 and PS5, like it is, let it run its course for 2-3 years. After the amount of money you can possibly generate from the consoles has pretty much dried up, then you release to PC. You've already made all the money you're going to make on the consoles. Now open up the taps to the PC market. That way you're still generating that additional revenue from the PC market, while at the same time giving those who gave you money for PlayStation consoles the thing that they are owed, the things that they deserve for investing in your ecosystem and from purchasing your consoles. That is how you have your cake and eat it too. You both make the PlayStation fans happy, as well as get that additional revenue from the PC market. But to do it all the same time, day and date, nope. No sir, no thank you.
PlayStation doesn't owe you guys any damn thing, okay? You guys sat there and you spent $500 fucking dollars, okay, buying this, okay? No one else told you to do it. No one asked you to do it, okay? You did it because you were thinking they were going to give you good games, which they did. But you're not entitled to only be the one to play these damn games, okay? Let's get one thing straight, all right? Like, what? This doesn't make it. This is the reason why probably Sony doesn't even want to do like backwards compatibility or give a fuck about trying to freaking emulate their older games on their newer consoles, because of people like this, because of their stupid fanboys like this, okay? You're telling me that Sony should just release their games on the PlayStation platform, let it run its course for a few years, and then release it on PC later and then net the money from the PC players? Okay, yeah, sure, they'll get money from doing that, but why not just do it both at the same time? Because I'm pretty sure they'd make more money if they dropped it both at the same time. This doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure by then people would probably have died down, or who knows, they may have even lost interest in trying to play the damn game. With the case of God of War, that didn't happen. But what happened with Horizon Zero Dawn when it released on PC? I don't think it was even like close to the PS4 launch. Not sure about that. I'd have to check the statistics on it. But like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. It's literally a win-win situation either way. If they just drop it on PC and PlayStation at the same time, they're not losing anything out of this. They're literally just increasing their investments in money from doing this. But Supernova has a problem with that apparently, because...
And the other big reason why I don't like this idea is the reason why PlayStation first-party games and PlayStation exclusives always look and run so good is because those studios are developing that game for specific hardware. And when they're doing that, they're able to get the absolute maximum amount they can out of that console, right? Look at the games at the end of console generations. Look at The Last of Us back in 2013 on PS3, or The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima on PS4. The studios were able to wring out every last drop of power that console had to offer, because that game was made specifically to run and play on that specific piece of hardware. It's the same reason why iPhones run so well, because iOS is made specifically for their hardware.
You do realize that they could still develop this game for PlayStation, right? And have it work well for that hardware. And then also focus on the PC port afterwards, you know? Like, I could understand if you were trying to make the point that, you know, when they develop a game mostly for console and then port it over to PC, it's usually like a shitty port and the game doesn't run well, okay? I mean, like, take for example, let me see, what was there? I think probably like fucking, there was Dark Souls, there was also, shoot, I'm trying to remember what other games had like freaking broken releases on PC. Like, anyway, but that's besides the point, I guess. You know, I'm just like, I can understand if you're trying to make the point that PC ports usually aren't that well made once they sit there and focus on the console side of things, and then just port that version over to PC without actually doing it well, and it becomes a broken, buggy mess and release. But you're telling me that them focusing on making this game for PlayStation 5 allows them to utilize that power more and make the game look better. You realize that the PC platform can make any game look better than whatever the hell PlayStation 5 can do, right? Or PlayStation 4, or hell, even the Xbox Series X. You do realize that, right? I mean, we're literally allowed freaking to ray trace things with like these ultra high realistic graphics mods. We're even able to like freaking put in like different shaders and stuff in the game that people create from communities and stuff. You do realize this, right, Supernova? I'm pretty sure you do. But once again, you're blinded by fanboys, and it's just, oh Lord, I don't even know what to say. This is so dumb. This is one of the worst hot takes I've ever seen, okay? This is probably the worst hot take of 2022. I thought the Malcolm hot take about him saying that Microsoft was literally freaking compared to like Hitler to him was retarded, but this is about as dumb as that.
Where Android has to be able to fit a bajillion different types of devices with different setups, iOS only has to fit a few. Now, right now, the way things have been with consoles, the console exclusive games from first party are focusing just on that hardware. If we're going to start making games that are day and date on PC and console, they're not going to be focusing as much on the console anymore. So now all that additional horsepower they can get out of that console, all the tricks they're able to use to get as much power out of the console, it doesn't matter anymore. Because now the game has to also run on PC with a million different possibilities of how those rigs can be set up.
Why not just focus on both instead then? I don't understand your point here, Supernova. Why don't they just focus on making a good PC port and a good PlayStation port as well? Why don't they just focus on making both ports optimized? Hell, they could split the team into two and just have two ports released simultaneously that are both well optimized. This is entirely up to the devs. The reason why some PC, or I guess in some cases even some console ports, turn out shitty for when they focus on the PC or vice versa platform is because the devs seem to care more about trying to freaking optimize it for one set console instead of doing it, for both platforms instead. I don't understand why devs don't just simultaneously focus on pushing out two good platforms to release on. Like, what?
And yes, I know, PC guys right away are going to say, well, no, we can just adjust the sliders this way and that way, and you're still going to get the game that you were going to get. But no, because that game is no longer optimized specifically for the PlayStation console. The way it should work, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. I'm not a game developer. I'm not a coder. This is just my opinion. The game should be made and optimized specifically for the PlayStation console.
That's right, everyone right there. That's all you gotta do is use the excuse that it's just my opinion, even if it is retarded. And then all your little issues and problems that you said just go away and everyone can just ignore you. No, this is the internet, okay? If you put your opinion up there, then guess what? You're gonna get criticized for it, especially if it's stupid, like this one. Just because you say, well, it's just my opinion, so don't, take it at face value or believe anything I say, does not mean that all the little issues and stuff you said go away, Supernova.
Then, after a couple of years, you port that game to PC. I don't give a shit if the port's good quality or not. You get a port of the game. But the game is optimized specifically for the console. If we're going to be doing this day and date shit, that's no longer going to be the case, and I do not like that. I'm sorry, I don't like that idea. Call me selfish, I don't give a fuck.
Then you're a selfish and entitled fucking brat.
I'm paying money for their consoles. I want games that are made specifically for the console I paid money for. End of story. I also love how all of a sudden all these PC Master Race guys who for years claimed that they don't give a shit about console games because they're the PC Master Race, this, that, and the other thing, now that they're getting a taste of greatness in God of War, all of a sudden they want all these PlayStation games to come to PC. And the thing is like, no. If you want to play these games, get a PS5 or get a PS4. That should be the case, right? It should be like, oh, if you want to play these PlayStation exclusive games, you have two options. Either you buy a PlayStation console or you wait and hope that you get a port of that game, right? That should be the only options that exist.
Fanboy is on all type of sides and all different platforms. The PC Master Race, the Nintendards, the freaking Xbox, and you Sony ponies right here are all completely dumb. And all those who are saying, oh, well, we don't give a shit about PlayStation games, we don't need them on PC, are just as stupid as you and all your other little fanboys, okay? All of you are completely stupid, okay? Because Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo don't give a damn about whether you guys worship this little piece of plastic that you guys spend 300 to 500, 13 million, give your freaking left foot for, or your unborn child for. They honestly don't care. All they care about is making games, making money, and running a business, okay? And this right here would be a good deal if Sony decides to also port their games to PC. And I'm pretty sure Sony doesn't care about this little video that you made right here, and they're just going to continue doing what they want. And I suggest that they just continue porting more games to PC as well, and I'm pretty sure they will after the success of God of War.
A day and date release, again, doesn't make any sense. It also is not going to help sell consoles by telling PC gamers, yo, if you want to play the sequel to this God of War you're playing right now, if you want to play God of War Ragnarok, you better go get yourself a PS4 or PS5 because it's not coming to PC anytime soon. That's how you sell additional consoles. And I know a bunch of PC guys out there are going to be like, listen, Supernova, PC guys don't give a fuck about the PlayStation console. They're not going to buy a PlayStation console anyway. Well, then again, I have to say, fuck them. Then fuck them. If they don't want to buy PlayStation consoles to play PlayStation exclusive games, then fuck them. They don't get to play those games.
Maybe it's because some PC players prefer playing, on PC more. And me, I play on all platforms, okay? Mainly, I have a PC right now, Supernova, okay? So, I guess in your eyes, maybe I'm some kind of freaking PC master race, even though I literally like all type of platforms, okay? I grew up with PlayStation, you retard if you say that, okay? So, there you go, bam, I grew up with PlayStation. Anyway, so, you're telling me that just the PC players just don't deserve anything at all, okay? The fanboys or the regular people like me who just want to simply play a game, okay? And they own a PC, but they don't own a PlayStation 5 yet. We don't deserve it because we didn't cough up money to Sony to get their darn console. And also, releasing a game on PC at the same time as PlayStation won't sell consoles either, even though that has been proven wrong multiple times. But hey.
Right? And the thing is, like, even if you're right that these PC guys are never gonna buy consoles, well, guess what? If you just hand them the games anyway, they're sure as shit never gonna buy the consoles. There's a chance that someone playing God of War right now on PC may be like, holy fuck, this game is amazing. Ragnarok comes out this year? Oh no. I need to play that game as soon as it comes out. I need to get me either a PS4 or a PS5 because I'm not trying to wait years to play a PC port of that game. Right? That is a possibility. Are a majority of PC gamers going to do that? Maybe not. Who knows? But if you just give them an out, of course they're not going to buy the consoles. If you give them reasons to not buy the console, guess what? They're not going to buy the console. If you give them reasons to buy a console, maybe they will. Who knows? But to just release games day and date with PC is PlayStation just giving them reasons to not buy the console. It's the same reason PC guys aren't buying Xboxes. Why should they? Why would they? They get all the games day and date in Game Pass. Xbox gives them no reason to purchase an Xbox, so guess what? They don't.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about running a business. Microsoft honestly doesn't give a fuck about pushing pushing the Xbox brand at the end of the day, okay? They care about making money, and so does Sony. And Sony would make more money if they released games on PlayStation and PC at the same time, okay? But no, because with a PC port, you're allowed to do more than you ever could on an Xbox or a PlayStation. You can literally mod the game. You could literally freaking alter the settings any way you want. You could change coding. You could reverse engineer stuff. Hell, okay, man, you could literally like freaking someone could create like a mod where you could just freaking play as CJ or something in God of War or in freaking Horizon Zero Dawn or any other kind of thing. They can sit there, they can make new enemies and bosses. We literally just had a fucking Dark Souls 1 mod called Nightfall just got released for PC. The things that people be doing with PC ports are insane. Okay, more than you ever could with a console. You could literally do anything you want on there. But no. Instead, you think that this is somehow a bad idea, all because of my exclusives, my PlayStation. Oh, I'm so entitled. I just want only me to be able to play a PlayStation game because I coughed up the money for Sony. I coughed up $500, so I deserve everything that they release.
Now, if there was some amazing Xbox game that was coming out soon, which right now there really aren't any, but if there was, and it was only going to come out on Xbox console, and PC guys were going to have to wait years to maybe get a port, there's a chance they may go out and buy an Xbox to play those games. But with the games just releasing day and date in the Game Pass, Xbox gives them no reason to buy a console. That is fucking stupid. Always give them the option to buy the console. Give them a reason to buy the console. They don't have to, but at least give them a reason to buy one. I don't understand this mentality of, nah, fuck it. We'll just give them everything. Nah, fuck it. Because Xbox could seriously be making money by selling the software to the PC guys and by selling hardware to the PC guys. Where right now, all they're doing is selling them Game Pass. And this is not the road I want PlayStation to go down.
You realize that Sony doing this right here, releasing some of their big exclusives like Horizon Zero Dawn or God of War. Not all of their exclusives. They don't have to do all of that, although that would probably be a good idea as well, you know. But releasing their exclusives like God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn on PC would get more people invested into these game franchises to be like, hey, you know what? Maybe when the next title comes, I might just go out and get a PlayStation just so I could play the next one, you know? Especially since the PlayStation 5 right now can do 60 FPS and fucking ray tracing. So, like, it's already like a mini PC at this time anyway. Okay, it's insane how Sony went from what the PS4 was capable to do to this right here, where you're literally able to ray trace now on the Series X and PlayStation 5 at 60. Okay, so, and it's only $500 fucking dollars to do this for you to go buy these consoles. So, like, you realize that the reason they're probably doing this is so more people can get invested and probably go out and buy God of War Ragnarok once it eventually releases on PlayStation 5. That's probably another reason why they're putting God of War on PC at the moment. But no, to you it's just, oh, well, they're doing this just so us PlayStation fanboys can't keep all these games to ourselves, you know, we can feel entitled, which is just retarded to me that this is the kind of logic that you can go far into thinking with.
I want PlayStation to at least give the PC guys a reason to buy a PlayStation. And not just say, hey guys, here's all the games you don't need a PlayStation. Because to me, that's fucking stupid. And honestly, anyone arguing for PlayStation to put its games on PC day and date, anyone arguing for any of these platforms to put their games on another platform day and date, whether it's PlayStation putting it on PC or Xbox putting it on PC, then what's to say that Xbox shouldn't just put its games on PlayStation? And PlayStation shouldn't just put their games on Xbox day and date? Why not? Because if we're not going to give people reasons to purchase the consoles, then we might as well fucking not give people reasons to purchase the consoles. Right? Let's just throw up our hands and say, fuck it. PC doesn't need PlayStation to play PlayStation games. PlayStation doesn't need Xbox to play Xbox games. Xbox doesn't need Switch to play Nintendo games. Fuck it. Who cares?
What? What you just said is literally the stupidest thing you've probably did in this video, okay? The reason why that is a dumbass idea is because it would eliminate competition, okay? Because then again, everyone would probably just go play everything on PC, because not only can you just mod everything, you could change the settings, do all this other ridiculous stuff that you can't do with PC. You can also emulate older games, okay? What you're saying is literally that well, maybe you know, we should just put everything on PC but also put everything on Nintendo and everything on Xbox and everything on PlayStation. Then pretty much only people would go out and get like a PC to do it, okay? Because obviously with PC you could do much more than any of these consoles ever could. Okay, that right there would get their consoles not to sell, but at the same time it would probably net them a lot of money too, but it would still eliminate competition. That is so freaking stupid, man.
I'm sorry. That is fucking stupid. And for anyone to try to say that it's not the same thing, no, you're wrong. It is literally the same thing.
No, it isn't. It is not the same thing. You absolute fucking moron.
Because if it's okay for PC to play PlayStation games at the same time that PlayStation gets them, you are saying, hey, PC players, here's a bunch of PlayStation games. By the way, you don't need a PlayStation to play them. That's no different than putting PlayStation games on Xbox or Xbox games on PlayStation and saying, hey, Xbox guys, here's a bunch of PlayStation games. You don't need a PlayStation to play them. Or hey, PlayStation guys, here's a bunch of Xbox games. You don't need an Xbox to play them. It's the same fucking thing.
It is not even close to being the same thing. You freaking moron. You absolute brainlet. It is not even close to the same thing. Okay? What Sony is doing right here, they're literally just putting some of their biggest titles, not all of their exclusives, on PC so more people can get invested into said title and probably go out and buy the next product once it eventually releases on their PlayStation platform. And then a few years down the line, they release the same title, well, the next title is what I mean, onto PC again and get people invested once again until the next title releases, and then rinse and repeat. And at the same time, it'll net them money from doing so. You moron.
And I'm sorry, no. No, no, no. If PC guys want PlayStation games, which, hey, I can understand, PlayStation makes some of the best games in the industry.
Okay, let's get another thing straight here. PlayStation does not make the greatest games in the industry, okay? Sure, they've made some absolute bangers, okay? Like Bloodborne, the God of War franchise, and Uncharted and stuff, okay? And The Last of Us, but they don't make the best games ever, okay? There are plenty of other games out there that are still better than what PlayStation has to offer, okay? Alright, now, let's tone it down a bit, Supernova, okay? Man, I understand you're a little fanboy and in your delusional little head right there, you think PlayStation is like the best thing ever, okay? But let's tone it down.
If they want PlayStation games, they either wait for a possible PC port, or they invest in a PlayStation. End of story. For me, there is no further discussion about this. That's the way it should be. Anything else, for me, is disrespectful to me as an owner of a PlayStation. And there's nothing that you or anyone else can say to convince me otherwise.
I don't give a damn if you think that it's disrespectful to you, okay? You entitled brat, alright? Sony, us freaking gamers, the people who play on PC or Xbox or PlayStation don't owe you anything, okay? We don't care if more people playing games is disrespectful to you. Sony doesn't care, okay? They care about making money and making games at the end of the day.
And that's all I got for you guys on this one. And that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you down with this day and date shit? Or do you agree with me? Let me know, and as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next Supernova.
And that's the end of the video, guys. Honestly, the worst fucking hot take that I've heard in a long while, okay? So, moral of Supernova's, little video right here is, if you play on PC and you don't buy a PlayStation game and you ask for PlayStation games to come over to PC, fuck you guys, because you guys don't deserve PlayStation games at all, because you didn't go out and buy Sony's freaking console, okay? And if you do ask for that, then it's disrespectful to Supernova, and that Supernova is entitled to, getting these games because he went out and bought a PlayStation console. So yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. This is Iceman Quay. You know what to do already, okay? Jesus Lord, my head hurts from looking at this darn video and covering it. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Discord link below. Join the server if you want. And this is Iceman Quay once again. Out.
Staring at the sun,